I will make you watch a movie if you don't believe me.
What movie can he act in?
The Devil All the Time. Go
The
fucking
Devil
watch
All the
it and come
Time?
back
What is
and
that
fucking
shit?
apologize.
What is that
It's
shit?
really good. It's really good.
What's it about?
Let me bring up the thing because it's hard to explain. So it's got
Oh, that's good. That's always the mark of a good movie if you don't know how to
oh,
fucking explain
fuck off.
it.
It's really hard, okay? It's really hard. It's a
Uh-huh.
really expansive, in-depth story. It's got
Sure.
Robert Pattinson in it, and he's like the bad guy or one of the bad guys. But it's just watch it. It's really hard to explain because there's so many inner like parts and a lot of characters and
But here's the thing. I don't wanna. I just
oh,
don't like Tom Holland. I just don't.
oh, we're not gonna get along.
Dude, okay, he's good as Peter Parker. I mean, he's good as Peter Parker, but I am not confident about this Uncharted movie. I'm not
Shit.
confident
One
about
second.
most video game movies, but
Get out of there.
what what's
Oh, you're
happening now?
there. Okay. Christ. Okay, I'm really sorry. My rabbit was trying to go behind the washer, and there's a
Oh,
hole in the wall back there, so he'd get in my house or in the walls of my house.
oh my god. That's all you need is just you're sleeping and you just hear.
Scratch, scratch, scratch.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to the Cold Open podcast. um Apparently Tom Holland is a good actor. Uh News to me.
Oh.
Um um
I
but
think he definitely needs some coaching. I mean, but he's still really fucking young. Give him a chance. He's gonna be great. I've seen him, he's in good stuff. Like I said,
uh-huh.
Devil all the time. Go
Mhm.
watch it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm mad at you.
I'm sure you are.
I feel like attacked.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, before we get into it, today we're going to be talking about a couple. Well, it's pretty much going to be DC themed again. We're going to be looking at some of the trailers that have released recently. Um, he's younger than me.
Yeah, he's a baby.
June 1st, 1996.
He's only like 3 days older than me. That's kind of funny. Wait, did you
Yeah.
say June 1st?
Yes.
Okay, I lied. He's 4 days older than me. I can do math.
Yeah. Well, in any case, like, yeah, he's very good in
He's
like
been in
as
Broadway,
Spider-Man.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's neat, but I'm absolutely fucking terrified because I have a good feeling, bad feeling that Uncharted is going to be fucking awful. So,
Yeah.
I know I just mentioned that this was going to be DC themed, and it will be, but we're going to
This trailer
be
literally just dropped, so
yeah, we're
I
gonna
want to
talk.
talk about it.
Yep, we're gonna talk about the trailer for a minute. Um, so first things first. If you like our videos, if you want to hear more, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, keep on following us for as much content as we can throw it onto the internet without looking like complete psychopaths. In any case, uh, we're gonna get right into it. Uncharted, um, very well known, very popular video game series, PlayStation exclusive. Um, it's the trailer just dropped a couple days ago, and it seems to be uh Nathan Drake as as a young man. I mean, I assume he's probably going to be about the same age as Tom is in real life. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but Sully, his compatriot, is played by Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
That's confusing.
I fucking hate him.
It looks like Antonio Banderas is going to be the villain, and there's a oh, I can't remember her name. There's an actress in this. She's also in Sabrina, the new Sabrina series, I think. Um, Short hair. Gosh, I can't remember. I just saw the trailer a little bit ago. Um, I have a bad feeling this is gonna play out like pretty much every other video game movie ever, and just be fine or not
Yeah.
good.
Which truly sucks because when we originally heard about Uncharted, it's been a long time now. This has really been in production hell. Um, I was like optimistic because out of all the games out there, Uncharted is one of the easiest to adapt. It's the funnest to adapt. Um, and honestly, the games are already treated movie-like. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of Uncharted, even like the first one, like how beautiful it was, how smooth it was for its time to like Uncharted 4. And like Uncharted 4 was just, I mean, gorgeous. So it had such potential,
Right.
but it's also Sony. I don't really have high hopes for anything Sony puts out,
Oh,
like ever.
oh gosh, Tatiana. That's her name. That's her
Okay.
name. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, you're
She
fine.
that was the actress I was thinking of. She is in Uncharted, but she voices Willow in the Owl House. And she's also Prudence Knight in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I knew
That's
I.
why she's so familiar.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She immediately stuck out to me when I saw her in the, which honestly is not a great thing. I think your characters
Mm-mm.
are supposed to blend in, um, and
They should have done unknowns for this, to be
yes,
honest.
that's my problem. Is this feels like Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg walk through a CGI shitty looking jungle, and Antonio
And even
Banderas
like,
is the villain. That's what it. It doesn't feel. It doesn't feel like like I know we only have like a short, like a 2-minute trailer, so it's really hard to judge it. Um, but just from what I saw, it doesn't feel very Tomb Raidery. It doesn't feel very, because that's obviously what that's what Nathan Drake does. He's literally the Tomb Raider.
hmm
Um, so it it just doesn't look good. I'm sorry.
no, and like I again, I was like optimistic, and then I heard Tom Holland was cast, and I'm like, okay, like this is definitely one of those movies I really want an unknown, but that's fine. I like Tom Holland, and I'm like, okay, this is fine. I'm fine with this. And then they go, Mark Wahlberg is Sully. And now I'm not even, I will not watch this movie until I can watch it for free because
Wow.
I refuse to provoke. I really don't like Mark. And I'm sorry for the people that do. And you might hate me for it. I will die on this hill. It's okay.
He's fine. I mean, I don't hate him, but he's definitely been in very hit and miss movies. But I do not see him being Sully,
No, it's terrible casting.
even a little bit.
And again,
It's
this is why you do unknowns
well,
because
it has nothing to do with uh Mark Wahlberg personally, from me anyway. I don't see anything wrong with that, but it just weird casting at the very least, very
and
weird.
like you don't Nathan Drake is I mean, that's a very recognizable name. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
So
like I
like,
said, the Uncharted series is probably the single most popular PlayStation exclusive game series, apart from no, I think that's it. I think that's
yeah.
probably like you hear Uncharted and you hear a lot of people go, "Oh yeah, I've played literally all of those games."
Yes.
So
Um but it's just frustrating cuz like this isn't a perfect casting where like, Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man.
mm-hmm.
Henry Cavill as Superman.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
you could definitely look at those guys and be like, yeah, you're supposed to be there.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
This is not. So again, that's where you need the unknown because just like Tony Stark and Superman, those names, that's who you are.
Right.
Like it's not Robert Downey Jr. I joke, he's Tony Stark now.
Yeah, that's actually it's funny
That's
you say that because that's exactly right. Is he's
yeah.
not he's that's all, and it's funny because yeah, okay, that's all he's done for 20 years, fine, but that's the thing. That's the thing. Like exactly, he's who we have for Iron Man, and he's done it
Yes.
well. This I couldn't see. I do
It
not
just
think
it
it's going to
doesn't
get a
fit.
second movie, and I don't
No.
think, and I hate to be so just angry, shitty about it. And again, we only have a single trailer that wasn't very well put together, but and I say that by like the music was boring, the actors seemed bored as hell. Even
Mhm.
if you even look at like go onto IMDb, excuse me, and look at the like they have like a picture that it shows Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg like on set. They both look.
Yes.
It looks like Mark is bored as
They're
fuck,
bored.
and Tom is trying.
Yes.
He's like, what's this fucking ceiling? Like
Yeah.
half of his hand is blocking off the fucking flashlight. It's just it it reeks of well,
Forced.
we got a fucking license for a movie, and so we're gonna do it.
Like this is kind of just a bone to pick, but I also don't like that they went with the plane scene
Mm-hmm.
from 3
Yeah,
because truthfully, if you're going to go Nathan Drake, and I think they should, I mean, again, you don't have to follow the games because you can do so much with Nathan Drake and his world,
yeah,
but like that train scene in the first one, I mean, I
dude.
remember playing that and
The
like
opening.
starting to cry because I thought
Yeah,
he was gonna die.
that's the opening to that
Yes,
game, and you're like frantically struggling up the fucking train before you fall to your death. Like that was
he's working
awful.
so hard and he's bleeding, and then when he gets out and you're like, oh, I'm out of the train. But then in the game, it's like, oh, I have to traverse the fucking snow as I'm bleeding to death,
Yeah.
and people are trying to shoot me,
Mm-hmm.
and
You
I'm
can
in the middle
hear
of
it.
nowhere.
You can hear it in the voice actors in his voice. You can hear
Oh,
him
he's so great.
like trying to
What is the voice? I'm looking him up. Does he? Can we just make him Nathan Drake?
um probably not. More because I think uh I think he's it's Nolan North. Um Nolan North is the actor,
He's too old.
but yeah,
Damn
I
it.
think yeah, he's too old to be running and jumping around. Not to say that he's old, but unfortunately,
He would literally, it just wouldn't work. And that's not a mean way for him. He's amazing. He brought Nathan Drake alive.
yeah, well
So,
again, the problem is that like they want to do uh a young Nathan Drake and Nolan North couldn't be a young Nathan Drake. He can only be
mhm.
Nathan Drake. That's it. He just is, you know. So, fuck. There we go. Typing shit wrong. Cuz he's got the look. I mean, obviously they modeled Drake
Mhm.
after him cuz he did the mocap and the facial mocap and stuff. Um but it just oh, it doesn't look good. There's nothing else to. There's really no reason to sit and try to beat our heads against the wall. But
Another reason why to like him though is he's voices Superboy, Superman, Clayface, and Match from Young Justice. No wonder why I like him so
yeah,
much. He's
he
so
voices
familiar.
everybody. He's
He's
Ghost
great.
and fucking Cade 6 from Destiny 2 and Destiny 1. Not anymore, because yeah. But in any case, so yeah,
It really is.
I just want to be proven wrong. I want Hollywood to tell me that I'm wrong one time. I just want that to
That would
happen.
be great.
Because we all saw Justice League coming.
Hmm.
We all saw Batman v Superman coming. Uh, and even pulling it back to video game movies, we all saw Assassin's Creed coming. Um, we saw the Sonic movie coming. Although I will say the Sonic movie is fine. It's not like
Yeah, it's not
great,
bad.
but it's not terrible either.
It's
So
probably one of the best adaptations we've had of a video game.
yeah,
I'll give it that much.
yeah.
Which isn't saying much, though.
No, it's not. So all right, on to the next one. So
Yay.
now we're gonna actually move into DC stuff.
DC fandom, guys. It happened. I watched like all of it. I no lifed it. I didn't leave my bed.
Okay.
It was great. Best day ever.
Okay,
Um,
so we'll start with I guess kind of quote unquote old news first. Um the Batman movie got another trailer.
yes.
And the newest trailer came out and it looks pretty cool. Uh I'm interested to see what happens. What new stuff did they show for in DC Dome?
Well, they dropped this new trailer. The big ones. They dropped this. They
Mm-hmm.
dropped Black Adam. They dropped The Flash. There was a lot of like new anime. Because I will give that credit for DC as like a studio ahead. Like they put like excitement for everything they do, where
Mm-hmm.
it's not like Marvel like doesn't acknowledge their DC spin-off animated, where DC does. So like I mean there was everything from like I'm pretty sure like the Batmobile like car
Yeah,
thing. There was
yeah,
a pet one for like the dogs. Couple kid shows. But what I was like super giddy about, because I've mentioned it a few times, I really like Young Justice a lot.
yeah.
And I mentioned I'm like season 4 is happening, but we haven't fucking heard anything. And then they go, "Hey, here's a trailer," and we just dropped it on HBO Max. And I was like, wait, what?"
Yeah, they dropped
I'm
it
like,
early.
"What?"
I heard
So
about
I was
that.
just like, so I was like hounding it because then it came on HBO Max, like the picture for
Uh-huh.
season 4. It was like, oh, and I like clicked on it and it wasn't uploaded yet, but it was like there. And I was like getting really upset. And I was like, I just wanted to watch it so fucking bad. Um, but I did watch the first 2 episodes and it was great. And I'm excited because I wasn't the biggest fan of season 3, though I'm pretty sure everyone kind of agrees with that. They try to put too many fingers in too many pies
Right.
um in too short of a time. So I'm hoping this one's going to go back to our main original core group. And also, just from the trailer, there was blood in the trailer because now it's strictly on HBO Max. So they don't need censors. So I think we're going to get like straight up like I'm so excited. There was blood. You have no idea how big of a deal that is to me.
No, I totally get it.
So I'm like, yeah.
It's important.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So yeah, first 2 episodes are really good. A great way to start in because they start with McGann and Superboy, and they are officially, spoiler alert if you haven't watched it, go watch it, please. It's really good. It's worth it. I'm sorry, season 3's a little bit of a drag, but it's not bad. It's definitely got good redeeming qualities. Um, but yeah, so like they're getting married, so she has to go to Mars. And what I really
What the
liked about
fuck?
this,
What?
yeah, so 'cause she's Miss Martian. So Miss Martian goes with
Oh.
Superboy to Mars. Ow!
Oh,
Bit.
okay. Got it. Got it. I
Sorry,
was
my
behind.
rabbit just bit my leg.
Your cat?
My rabbit.
Oh, your rabbit? What? Put that
Yeah, he
motherfucker
wants
back in his
attention.
cage.
Nah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
fine.
All right.
It's fine. Um, so what I really liked about these episodes is, comics never know. So they kind of always have fucked around with Mars and Martian Manhunter, and kind of they've always changed their mind and changed the lore. Um, so this one kind of took the right to make its own lore. And I really like what they're doing so far. So if they keep this up, I'm very excited. Um, Very good way to start. So that was Young Justice. So that made me super excited because I was like, I was honestly out of everything, I was watching DC fandom for Young Justice. So when I got that, I was like, okay, I'm good now.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you
So,
were happy about the reveals.
yeah, it was nice.
So I want to talk a little bit more in depth about the Batman.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
because it's a movie that I'm not really um attached to personally, like emotionally or anything like that. Because from what I understand, when it was originally written by Ben Affleck, um, it was supposed to be original, but it was also supposed to deal with Arkham Asylum. It was supposed to deal really like closely with it, and apparently, Deathstroke was going to be like a monster, like a movie villain monster. Like Jesus Christ, excuse me, I'm terrible
See,
today. Like
no,
a
you're
horror
fine.
movie villain, like Jason or Freddy, uh,
I'm pretty
killing
sure,
everybody around Batman, driving him
right.
insane. Um, but uh, Affleck left in 2017 um, because of everything that happened with all of the movies that came out from then on. Um, but I think it's good that Robert Pattinson's going to be in it. It looks really good. The newest trailer. So now we know that there's going to be the Penguin is going to be in it.
Hmm.
Which I'm I'm actually worried about that. Um, because that means that we now have two supervillains to worry about, and a lot of the earlier Spider-Man movies had that problem where they're like, how many fucking supervillains can we cram into this piece of shit? So everybody's like, oh, that's who that. Oh, that So I'm concerned that this movie won't be um focused because frankly that's what it needs to be. When it comes to a Batman movie, I feel like Batman, especially as a young Batman, uh his whole thing is that he's not an expert yet. He
Hmm.
because of he probably can't sleep, he doesn't eat well, so he focuses all of his energy on like getting strong and like fighting and all this stuff. So when he goes at a villain, someone he thinks he describes to himself as a villain, he like goes overboard. He beats the absolute shit out of these people, and like it's really brutal. So if you don't focus in on your characters in a story like this, you get somebody doing random shit for no reason, and then he now has to deal with two villains whose arcs you have to set up, whose reasonings, whose like they have to fit into the universe in the right way. Um, because there's also Catwoman. Catwoman's also going to be in this movie, so that's like three big characters other than Batman that you're going to have to worry about. Yeah, obviously Gordon is going to be in it because of course, but there's Carmine Falcone. Um, he's another crime lord. It like I don't know. I'm starting to get a little worried because they keep revealing more and more shit, and it's if I just don't want the movie to be bloated. You know what I mean?
See, and I respect that, but also I feel like Matt Reeves as a director, I have a lot of faith in him. He's done decent, I mean, he's done good stuff. So I really do think
Well,
I
what
think
else
this
has
is
he
gonna.
done?
He's done Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, those were
He's done
bad.
Cloverfield. Um,
Cloverfield was also kind of bad. I'm really worried now. What the fuck?
Rabbit.
Oh
One
no.
second. Come here, there, bud bud. Okay. Rabbit's in lap. We can continue.
Still until he starts chewing on you.
Yeah, it's fine. It's Mark's pajama pants, not mine.
Oh, that's fine. Um, but
um,
yeah, like what Cloverfield? That
I
one
mean, it's
was
not
terrible.
terrible.
It was. It was
Uh,
terrible.
well, I think he'll be fine. I really do.
They
I
played
I think we'll be okay.
I just want you to I just don't want you to have your hype in your face and be like, this is gonna be great, and then you get blindsided by it. That's all.
And I'm not joking. If it's a terrible movie, I will be gone for about 6 months to a year because I will need to mourn because I'm going to be that devastated because I'm really hoping
I believe you.
that this is going to be the best Batman. And by that, I mean the best Batman and Bruce Wayne to the comic.
I'm
And for a lot of fans, they might not get the difference, but there is. And I think we're
yeah.
about to get a comic book Batman, and I'm fucking hyped.
God, yes, but I'm just saying maybe temper it a little bit.
I can't. It's too late, man. I'm on this
Um,
train. I am going.
because I'm just like I said, I'm not saying it can't be done, but now that I know that that's the director on this movie, like, oh, I just don't want this to be bloated, like I said, because honestly, I think it would have been fucking great to. Okay, this is how I see it. This is how I think the movie's gonna go. You got the Batman. You have Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne. He it probably starts off with him beating the fuck out of a bunch of like criminals, right? The movie will probably open this way with him just fucking like it shows him off like skulking in from the darkness and beating him up and going home, but he gets hurt really bad because he's not particularly good at it. So like he goes home and Alfred's like, you can't keep doing this, sir, and he's like, fuck you. And then the next scene is gonna be socialite reclusive Batman or Bruce Wayne. Oh shit, we don't know that yet. A reclusive Bruce Wayne. Um and he's like, oh god, man, being a fucking billionaire is so hard. I wish I didn't have to do this on TV. A kill happens. It's a bad kill. Big question mark. Everybody's like, who did it? It's the Riddler. And then, so like that gets set up. So that's the main plot of the story. But then, in the background, after that scene, there's going to be a scene with fucking Colin Farrell, he's going to play Penguin, who, like, he's not a kingpin yet. So he's going to be like, fucking gunning people down, and he's like, don't call me that. Well, what, Penguin? Guy shoots him. So he's fighting against Falcone. So that's like a crime lord thing going on. So there's all that death happening, and and then it goes to another scene where the police is like, fuck, man, like fuck. There's so much shit going on. How do we do all of this stuff at the same time? So then it'll show, I don't know if they're going to, have, Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, working with the police yet, with Gordon, or if that will be introduced in this movie. But either way, there's gonna be a scene where Batman and the police, James Gordon, are like, okay, we gotta work together to figure out the whole thing, and then it goes on from there, and it's just gonna forget the plot. It's gonna be fucking like Batman trying to juggle these two things with the big crime syndicate and the serial killer, and then I'm just worried about it being like smothered because there's three, and then the fourth plot line. There's three plot lines that I've lined out, but then there's a fourth one where fucking. I guess it depends on how important Catwoman's going to be to the main story, but she pops in and then she's going to pretty much be the same sort of situation. I don't know if they're going to turn her into an anti-hero or if she's going to, or not turn her into, she's always been an anti-hero, but, you know what I mean? I don't know if she's going to be just a villain or if she's going to just be like, aha, I'm not doing anything because you're going to have to wait for the standalone Catwoman for that. I'm pretty sure that's how the movie's going to go.
And this is all fair. And I totally see your point of view. But also, like I said, I'm on this fucking train. I'm going until it hopefully doesn't crash. So hopefully in about a year, when this comes out, I'll sit here very smugly, but not really smugly, just fucking thrilled. And it'll be great. And we'll have a great time.
I want to record that episode. You have no
We
idea
will.
how badly I want to record that
Because
episode.
either I'm going to be super happy and beaming and I won't shut the fuck up, or I'm just going to be really quiet and you're just going to hear like...
It's not like I
lose.
Sobbing. It's not like I lose.
Yeah, you don't
happy.
lose.
I'm just saying I'm
going to be so bummed.
Yeah.
Because I usually don't get this hyped. That's the problem. I keep myself contained because I've been disappointed. And I can't. It's too late. I'm so fucked.
Yeah. Okay, so, but yeah, the Batman, we've been talking about it for a while. Yeah. It's, I think Robert Pattinson's going to be really good. He already looks good.
He is.
He looks the part of a young Batman, Bruce Wayne, and apparently Pattinson has been studying Batman's history.
Good.
So
because Batman's low-key fucked. So
yes, he's mentally fucking torn.
He is.
Like, there's just...
It's always interesting to see how people that actually know which route they take. And like I said, I think this is going to be the most true to the comics. And I think we're going to have a very unhinged Batman. And I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, like I said, I really, for no one else except you, I want this movie to be really good.
Yes.
Because, like, Let Me In is fine. Like, it's
and
depressing.
The two Planet of the Apes are good. What are you talking about?
They're fine. I just don't... I can't comment on those because I don't care about them even a little bit.
Oh, they're good movies, so the world thinks so.
I'm
they
sure
got like
they are.
90%.
The first one was terrible. The first one was ass.
He didn't do the first one, did he?
No.
I think those are the... Yeah, so...
That's fine.
He did the good ones.
No, okay. Good. Don't get mad at me. I'm just telling it like I feel. That's all. So, okay. The Batman. In theaters whenever COVID wants it to be.
Yes.
March 4th, 2022. And they already have 2 sequels and 2 spin-off See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So
I think they just know. It's because they know.
No, they don't know. It's DC. They set up fucking 15 movies after goddamn Justice League, and you see what happened there.
I know. Stop. Don't. Please don't crush my dreams.
Okay, well, then we'll move on to something else. How about we talk about The Flash?
I don't actually care about this at all, so... Oh. I mean, I put it on because it's a big deal, but I'll believe it when it's in the fucking theaters. Until then,
it says it's in or is it in post-production already?
I think it is, but I literally do not believe this thing exists until it's in theaters.
Yeah, okay, the trailer, I have to comment on this real quick. It tried to be spooky, mysterious, and show off a bunch of stuff without actually showing it,
Yeah.
it looks dumb.
Yes. And I don't like his new suit.
His new suit looks bad. It looks like he bought it from Spirit Halloween.
Like, let him just have the actual Flash mask,
Right.
like the
Um,
helmet, whatever you want to call it, the thing.
and the thing about this movie for me is like it showed off the back of Batman's cowl, and you're like, oh, okay, that's obviously, um, oh god, forgot his name, Michael Keaton,
Keener?
Batman,
Yeah.
Michael Keaton. It's
Keenan.
obviously gonna
Keener.
be Keaton's Batman because of the fucking like he can't turn his head left or right.
Right.
You know. But like he walked up behind somebody, like a woman, and like touched her shoulder, and she jumped, but it doesn't show her face. Uh, they walk into like a spooky mansion, but it doesn't tell you what that fucking mansion is. If that's Bruce Wayne's manor, you don't
It
know.
probably is.
It doesn't. The trailer is a shitty trailer because it doesn't like. There's a fine line that a trailer has to walk. It either shows you way too much or not enough. It has to be in the middle of those two things. And this fell firmly in the didn't show shit category.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe if we get an actual trailer for the movie to maybe give us a little idea for what the story's going to be. Because there's a bit of a narration in the beginning that was like, don't you want to like go to the multiverse? And then Flash is like, yeah. And that's it. That's all we got.
Well, it's like
So,
funny too, because like Marvel is doing the Spider-Verse to expand the lore,
mm-hmm.
and DC is doing Flashpoint to fix their fucking mistakes. Or at least they should. And if they don't, I'm gonna buy a plane ticket and I'm going to fly to the headquarters and I'm going to find the CEO and I'm going to chuck a comic book at him and walk away.
Tell him to fucking read it,
Read a
asshole.
fucking comic book. I mean, because really, I love both, even though you don't think so, because I never shut the fuck up about DC.
No,
But
no, no, no. I totally believe you.
like, DC has so much, and honestly, most of the time they've beat out Marvel for like the stuff. Like Flashpoint's huge, and like they've been playing with Flashpoint in different dimensions, and like their magic is, I feel like, so much cooler because it's not just like Norse mythology. Like they actually have like Dr. Fate and Karin or Corin, whatever his name is. That's literally an embodiment of chaos. Like stuff like that, and it's so cool. And then you have all this stuff, and you have Batman, and
Mm-hmm.
you have Superman, and you have like you literally have most of the most like recognizable heroes, and you fuck it up. How do you fuck it up? I
Yeah.
don't understand. But so
Yeah.
yeah, Flash, I'm neutral. I don't know. It's just because it's still tied in with that garbage.
Yeah, it really is.
So
And
that's why I'm so excited for like the Batman because
you can tell how
it's separate.
desperate they are to get away from it, though.
Yeah.
They're like, oh god, like, Flash, literally run to any dimension that isn't this one, please. Oh god. Okay. Alright, well.
Um,
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I said let's go back to animation and then we can finish off with the final big live action trailer.
Okay,
But
yeah.
we got a sneak peek of Harley Quinn.
Oh, the fucking, yeah, the trailer for the
Yeah.
next season. I.
I'm very excited.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Such a
it's.
great ship. I'm so glad this has happened and it's like out and not just in a comic book, and it makes me happy
What?
because they're honestly perfect together. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy.
Well, yeah, I mean,
So
yeah,
like
they've
it's
been leaning
great.
into that for a while, though.
Yeah, they have. But like now it's like I gotta pull it up they like dropped a picture of them standing by each other like in dresses, and they're like, it's fucking hot. I'm like, this is great. Thank
Oh,
you for giving
oh,
me this.
hot under the collar, huh?
I mean, it's great. Yeah, it's I'm like, this is fantastic. This
Yeah,
is what I've needed in my
give us some
life.
more Rule 34 to look up. What? I didn't say that out loud. Hey, you're supposed to talk and cover up the thing I said.
Oh, okay. So fuck, my rabbit. Seriously, I'm gonna put you back in the cage. Um, so yeah, I'm excited. So I'm not 100% like obviously it was like they just showed more sketching
Mm-hmm.
of what they're doing because it's so early. But I think this is probably going to be one of the more like fun seasons where they're literally just like touring the world and causing fucking havoc. And they're just going to be like popping up. And I'm sure we're going to get a lot more cameos because I love throwing cameos into this. So I'm expecting like Wonder Woman trying to rip out her hair while dealing with them, and Superman. And I want another Aquaman scene because they made Aquaman a joke again and it's fucking hilarious. So I just want him to just like hate his life. So I'm very excited. We'll
Yeah.
see how it goes.
I did not expect that the marriage to fucking Kite Man thing. Like, dude, what the fuck?
It was so great. It was just that whole like final season, especially because like they literally brought on the apocalypse. And at first she's like, "No, this is great." And then finally she's like, "Fuck." And she literally has to just go and kill everyone.
Yeah.
And it's so brutal. I love it so much.
Yeah, that was interesting to say the least.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
So,
That will be another fun one.
okay, well, unfortunately, there wasn't much revealed for that other than a little like, hey, we're doing it.
Yeah,
Um,
it's happening.
so here's the big one. A lot of people, I think, are pretty excited about this. And it's basically a spin-off of one of the more popular, rather one of the better, I think everyone seemed to collectively agree, one of the better live action DC movies. Um and it is Black Adam, starring
Yeah, and
Dwayne the motherfucking Rock Johnson. I mean,
and good for him for sticking with this project. I
yeah.
mean, people by now would have gave up, and he would know he was gonna die on this hill. And good for him. He
Yeah.
better get his bags.
No, I agree. The Rock, Dwayne
I
Johnson
like him.
has always been great. Like literally
Yes,
always. There's nothing like,
he's a good person. He's great. He has fun.
yeah. So I'm excited to see, what I hope to see is Black Adam do well, and then Shazam and Black Adam meet, maybe fight. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know much about Black Adam as a character. Um,
He's like Superman with magic. He's
well,
like crazy.
but that's the thing is like Superman is specifically weak to magic.
Yes,
So
but he's like Superman tier without including magic, and then
right,
you give him magic. So
right. Well,
he's like God.
that's what I'm saying. He's very powerful. So then and then a meet up with Superman, because I want Henry Cavill to take a couple years off of DC, relax, chill, because frankly, nothing was
He
his
needs a
fault.
break.
None of those
No.
movies were his fault. I thought he was pretty great. I thought that the whole thing the whole thing was ridiculous. And it would suck to lose him, because it feels like losing Tony Stark.
Yep.
Henry Cavill is probably the single best Superman we've ever seen on film, in terms of like visually, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Um the stuff that he's had to act through and read lines that were written for him, maybe not so much, but in any case, so the trailer for Black Adam. Wow.
It's so good.
Dude literally fucking vaporizes a human being in his hands and turns him to dust. That's pretty goddamn brutal. Like, that's the first thing Black Adam does.
Yeah.
Is
So I was watching this with my husband
uh
and I wasn't that interested because I at this point I was looking up the Young Justice stuff on
Of course.
HBO Max. So it's going on in the background and all of a sudden, Black Adam, The Rock is chokeholding this person and they're like getting electrocuted. And I'm like, I look up, I'm like, that's kind of mean. And then all of a sudden he killed him. I'm like, oh shit. Like they don't actually usually do that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like not that brutal. And I was like, if this is not rated R, I'm gonna be really pissed because now I want it to be rated R because it kind of needs to be.
Well, unfortunately, it's a
It's not, is
DC
it?
film. I do not think it's going to be rated R. It's
Mm,
probably going to be PG-13, and that death is probably going to be like
the
one of
most.
the few. That'll probably be the most graphic, and it'll probably be like halfway through the movie.
Yeah. Which it's definitely, I mean, it makes sense because Black Adam as a character usually is anti-hero. And obviously it's The Rock, so he will be a anti-hero.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I do really hope he leans more towards anti-hero. Like anti, not,
Yeah. Well,
not what we've been getting,
that's
where
what
they're like,
one of
oh,
my
he's bad.
that was my question was, are they going to do what they did to Venom?
Yeah, I don't even really count Venom as an anti-hero. I don't. He's
But he is.
I have a hard time with that movie. The movie, not the character.
Oh,
The character Venom is a villain.
he was a villain.
Agent,
Yes.
no, Agent Venom is the anti-hero.
Venom became a after he got back with Eddie Brock, like way later on in his run. They ended up
Yeah,
being good
like here
guys.
recently, but
Yeah.
for the longest time he was, but I didn't like how the movies handled it. Like it's really hard because I kind of
Well,
liked it, but then like I really don't.
the problem with that is the entire
Eddie Brock
thing
bullshit.
is
It's too
it
much.
not being Marvel.
Yeah.
So, um, they
It's like, could
couldn't.
you? Oh, it would be so good. Like with Tom Holland as that, and like instead of doing the ridiculous Spider-Man 3 bullshit, like the Venom symbiote like pushes him towards like anger and drugs, and then if Tony Stark was still around, he would be like the mentor and trying to help him out. And like there's another falling out because he doesn't realize what's going on. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they could
No,
make it really good, like
I
teen
agree.
drama.
That would have been
Oh, it'd have
cool
been so good.
to have him with the Venom symbiote would have been sick.
Yeah, it would have. Like he
But
corrupts, he cheats in class, he skips school, like he starts really like
because
gets into
frankly,
yeah.
Peter Parker is a goody two shoes
He
motherfucker.
is. I love
He's a
him.
marshmallow,
He is. A
and
cinnamon roll.
he's a cinnamon roll exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that. We need those
No.
characters, but
Yes.
that's what the Venom symbiote is there for, is to show what it does to corrupt somebody. Because let's look at the movie. Eddie Brock is no different before and after the symbiote.
Agreed.
Eddie Brock does not change at all.
Agreed.
So,
Besides getting more annoying.
hey, fuck you. That movie's a classic. I haven't seen. I know it's been out for a while, but I haven't seen Carnage yet. I really want to. I really want to see Carnage.
We're going this coming weekend. It's fine.
Bet. Let's watch
What
the
do you
shit
mean,
out of
bet?
this movie.
We're
What?
going.
Yeah.
We're going.
Bet.
Okay. I misunderstood you. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? We literally agreed.
Bet. um.
Like I wrote it on my calendar, Joe. It's
Oh
happening.
shit! If it's on the calendar.
It is. It's on the calendar.
All right. Well, shit. That's guaranteed then. But
The husband knows, so it's really guaranteed.
oh fuck, even better. Well, I told my wife.
See?
So
Set in stone.
yeah. So let's pull back to Black Adam for a little bit longer.
Yes.
Fucking Pierce Brosnan's gonna be in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, dude. Doctor Fate.
I'm so excited. I love Dr. Fate. This is gonna be
I
so good.
I also love Doctor Fate. More so, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of the same character. He was in um the fucking yep, it's this character. Okay, the DC fighting games,
Hmm.
Injustice. Um, and he's just a kick-ass character. He just looks cool. He sounds cool.
Like the
Um,
story behind him is so
his
cool. Like, he needs
yes,
a host and like he's
yeah,
literally like kind of OP. Like if you put on the helmet
he's
and risk
pretty
your body,
OP.
like you pretty much win.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he's
saying?
not kind of OP. He is
He
OP.
is OP.
Um,
He's cool.
yeah, and that's why I like him so much.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just need those characters sometimes that are just fucking just ridiculously powerful, and
But
you're
then like that's
there.
how you write a good character because he's that good. But if someone tricks him to take off the helmet, he can't do anything. He
Hmm,
needs a host. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
like it's good. I like
yeah,
it.
he's not totally. Yeah, like I mean, I we were just talking about him being OP, but he's not totally immortal. Like he with the helmet, he has a clear weakness, so it's warranted.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see Pierce Brosnan put on that fucking helmet because
Yeah.
I haven't seen any pictures of the helmet yet of Doctor Fate for the new movie. Um,
They better give him an actual like if they do some weird thing, I'm gonna lose my shit.
what do you mean?
Like if they like, how they like to change hero costumes
Oh, I see
and
what you
be
mean.
annoying. Like you better give me a golden fucking helmet and a fancy cape with a collar, or I'm going to throw my tiny fists
Yeah.
at people.
Well, the cool thing is genuinely I like Black Adam's outfit. Like
Yes.
it looks like a classic superhero outfit. It looks good. Um, so and it looks just like Shazam's.
Yes.
Um, but obviously reversed in color and stuff because that's kind of the point. But um,
And he's like, yeah, he's stronger than Shazam, so I'm very excited. Ugh, he's gonna beat the
so
shit out of the kids.
so here's my question though, because like I said, I don't know much about Black Adam as a character, but wasn't he just a villain?
For
Wasn't
a
he
long
just
time,
straight
yeah.
up a villain? So
Yeah, for a very
why
long time.
so why are we changing him into an anti-hero?
Through the comics, it was kind of like natural. I forget what event happened, but it was kind of like one of those situations where I'll work with you because I kind of have to. Here recently they changed his name. I forgot what they changed it to for a minute, and then everyone was like, "You're trash. We'll boycott you. Change it back." And they did. What was his name?
I don't know.
It was really bad, and everyone was like, I think it was Black, or no, it wasn't Black Lightning because he's already great and he's in DC. That's why I was thinking about him.
Shaz Adam?
Yes,
That's
it
so dumb.
is. So they did that
Oh.
because I forget, I don't fully remember why, but there was some type of event. He's like, I'll help you.
Oh, the rumors are not true. The rumors of DC changing Black Adam's name to Shaz Adam are actually not true. The CBR has confirmed. I don't know what CBR is, but
It's good because it actually, like, I heard it through a couple podcasts. So, like, there's actually a lot of people talking about it where they're like,
oh,
better
CBR is
than,
a website. Okay.
yeah.
Thank you, CBR, for letting me read your title. Yeah, wow, Shaz Adam. That is the single worst fucking name I've ever heard. Like, oh my god.
Isn't that terrible? Ugh. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited. Though I am really like interested to see because the Batson, Billy Batson already in the movies was a bit older,
Mm.
which is fair because child actors are hard. Um, so in theory, did they say he was like 15? He was 15, wasn't he? Or is he 16 in the movies?
In what?
Shazam.
I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah. Fuck. Um,
I'm the wrong person to ask. I'm terrible at my job.
no, you're fine. Cause like I like this better because spoilers for Shazam and for you. I'm sorry, but to like get into this, I kind of have to. Is that okay?
I don't give a shit. That's fine.
Okay. So, there's different iterations of oh my God, I can't say his name now.
Shazam?
Yes. So there's different iterations. One is just him, and then there's his siblings. Um, and they all change into different versions, and they have to change together. And that's what they went with, in the movie. So he's got like siblings, and there's one, she's like, she's like probably eight,
The
six.
fuck?
And like, granted, they obviously change into adults, but I'm like,
That's so weird.
he's gonna be beating the fuck out of kids. Like, I mean, if they're gonna go true Black Adam, it's gonna be pretty rough. And I'm like, how are they gonna do that? So I think at that point they'll make him more hero, where like by the time they meet, he'll be willing to not kill children. Because in any
Oh
other
my
interest, he would
god.
be killing children.
Okay, so
So,
here we go. Thousands of years before Billy Batson became a magically empowered hero, the wizard Shazam selected another champion. Teth Adam, or Mighty Adam, began as a hero of humanity, but then allowed his power to corrupt his ideals and desires. Okay,
mhm.
so that's fine. That's so weird. He's like, yeah, he's definitely okay. So he is a villain only because he thinks that he can lead humanity for the
Mhm.
greater good. He just thinks he's the shit. Okay, that's interesting. Oh well, in any case, it'll be interesting to see if they. Hopefully, they can keep what they did. If they can, excuse me. Hopefully, they can keep doing what they did with the Shazam movie,
Yeah,
um, and just do it again.
just tweak it.
But now you also have, um, Dwayne the Rock Johnson. You also now have Black Adam in this
Yeah.
Shazam movie. You know what I mean? I'm wondering if they're even gonna have Shazam in this.
I don't think so. I think this is gonna be a standalone to bring him in, and then if this does well, they'll bring in for a second or even a third. I mean, I would hope that's what they would do at this rate, really flesh him out. Because he needs to be more villain this one and kind of dabble. And then the second one, he needs to be like more dabbling. And the third one, he's going to be like, I'm still willing to like slaughter a city to save the day, but I'll save the day. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Like, I don't want him to be a full hero. So that's my only fear is because The Rock, and that's how he works.
Right.
So,
But the thing is like, even in like all these summaries that I'm reading, and even Dwayne himself, like mentioning on Twitter and all that, he's gonna be an anti-hero. So,
yeah.
like I said, I'm worried that we're just gonna get like Venom again, and I'm not saying in that same style because obviously it's gonna be totally different tonally. Um, but you we have obviously Dwayne Johnson. We have Black Adam. We have Adam Smasher. We have Hawkman. Um, we've got like Cyclone, Doctor Fate. Um, so we've got a lot of these heroes. Um, and I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be one of those character starts the movie, murders the shit out of people, but then like big thing comes, he's like, okay, well, instead of murdering people, I'll murder those people. We're not friends, but we're not enemies, and that's it.
Yeah.
I guess it's not really anything like Venom. What I mean is like changing what the original, like the this point in the character's life cycle, I assume he would be a villain. But what the
Well, here
movie's
let's
going to do is change that and give us a bigger threat.
we'll put it this way. Venom, he literally jokes about eating a person and that's it. That's like I think the worst thing he
Well, yeah,
does.
but he does
Like as a
though.
symbiote.
But he does eat people.
But like once he's with Eddie Brock, he doesn't eat people
Yeah,
because
he
Eddie
does.
Brock is not. No, he doesn't. Does
Yeah,
he?
what? Yeah, he super kills like a bunch of the SWAT dudes
I forgot.
and some criminals, like or not the criminals, the fucking the organization that's coming. He like bites their heads off and shit.
It's been a minute.
Yeah,
But like I think that's it. And then he's like doesn't eat people anymore.
he only eats bad guys. No, Venom only eat bad guys. Remember? No, you
Yeah.
don't.
Oh, God damn it. All right. Remind me to never let the rabbit out again when I
Yeah, I
podcast.
told you, little bastard.
'Cause he wants attention, so he keeps biting my pants.
Well, this is officially gone over an hour, so how about you go give him some attention?
Okay.
Anything final to say about Black Adam?
I'm definitely more interested now than I originally was once I saw the trailer. So I'll definitely be interested to see where this goes. This might be kind of a new direction for DC, but at this point with DC and how they are, I just pick the things I like and I just forget about the rest. It's not like Marvel where it's beautiful and cohesive and just Marvel Cinematic Universe is like a giant rainbow. This is
Right.
just like getting some pieces of gold left behind, taking
In
the
the
few parts you
shit.
find.
In the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. There's some people that really care about DC, that really care about representing it properly. And then there's other people that saw the fucking piles and piles of cash that Marvel and Disney were making and wanted to do that. So,
Well, it's like hard too because like comics have been pretty rough right now because there's a lot of like the woke, you know, bullshit and they're ruining my shit and I'm getting annoyed. So like some of it, like you gotta that same thing now, I feel like I gotta pick through comic books, which never used to
yeah,
really be an issue before.
well, that's the thing is before comic books, while in the beginning they were definitely directed towards people, boring ass white people like us. Um, they eventually molded into something that like allowed everyone to sort of put themselves into the shoes of their favorite superhero seamlessly. They just wrote good stories about people trying to do good or villains trying to do bad, and that eternal struggle of good versus evil, and like being the best you can be and stuff like that. And hell, even X-Men, shit, X-Men from the beginning has been like, it doesn't matter what your fucking skin color is, it doesn't matter if you can lift thousands of pounds or if you can turn invisible. People are people. We don't
Yep.
need to separate them and segregate them. Comic books have always done that. And now when you write comic books specifically to say, hey guys, like, you see this I hate to say it, but this social justice topic that we're on today, see how cool it is? Instead of doing it organically and realistically like they did before, like I said, just go read any fucking X-Men comic. They've always done it well. They've
Well,
decided
like,
to sell comics based purely upon the fact that like Superman is kissing a dude, or
yep.
um,
Or I am
or
not Starfire.
yeah, or this
They
character.
did Dick Grayson dirty, and I'm mad.
Wait, what happened?
So like already I knew it was fucking trash, but then like I was watching a review on it because they were like going through the panels and they like literally made Dick Grayson like a creepy like try hard that doesn't know how to talk to teenagers and I'm like, all right, I'm fucking this is dumb. Like go write your shitty short novel with something else. Don't ruin my favorite fucking IPs. Like get out of here. I was pissed.
Well, like I said, I've never been one to be like, ugh, stop standing up for oppression. Like, that's not me, obviously. I
Oh, not
want
at
people
all.
right, and I know that's not you either. That was pretty hyperbolic. But at the end of the day,
Just
I
take.
think that comic books as a whole and the stories that they tell are unique in that they've pretty much always been able to um, bring everybody together based upon,
Yeah.
like I said, that immortal, forever expanding good versus evil or right versus wrong, whatever it may be. And when you go and write a story and ignore the the purpose of these stories to try to get your political opinion across, or not to say that comics aren't inherently political, but human rights aren't
I don't need it
politics.
shoved down my throat, and I
It's
don't need to be
but it's not being shoved down
treated
your
like I'm
throat.
stupid.
But and that's the thing, is you are being treated like you're stupid. I'll
And
never say
exactly.
it's not being shoved down your throat. Nothing is being shoved down your throat. Motherfuckers that say gay pride parades are shoving it down your throat. That's objectively incorrect. Go somewhere else. We don't like you. But
Yeah.
when you it just I don't know. I think there's a way to write these stories. There's a way to um, use them in the proper way, and there is a way, and then there's the way that it's
Well, it's
being
like,
used as, hey, buy this comic, let's get the gay fans in here, even though those people have literally always been there. It's pandering. It's pandering.
just make new characters. I never
Yeah.
understand. And it's because they're lazy and they don't want to. So
Well,
they
yeah,
take
it's like
existing
those.
IPs with decades of history and botch it. And then they wonder why everyone's mad. Take the time, take the effort, write a good story, and write a character. It's not that hard. Miles Morales is actually probably almost maybe more of my favorite Spider-Man these days than Peter Parker. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was well written, he was thought out. Do that.
Uh huh.
It's not that hard.
No, I mean, I agree with you.
So,
Well, then you create characters. The difference is creating characters like Snowflake and um
yeah,
Safe
like the new
Space.
superhero team.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you're self-aware about this. You know what you're doing. Stop it.
Yeah, like one's like what? I think a blogger, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
a
it's
non-binary
just,
vlogger or something. And
yeah,
like I said, I don't like
fine.
having different
But
skin color
like,
is cool. Liking people or not liking, or like liking one sex or not liking one or not. I don't care. Like, every individual person, be who the fuck you want to be. But when you snag these, like, somebody read Snowflake online and was like, ugh, this character is going to use this name as a dig at people, but no, it just makes them look fucking tone deaf. It
yeah,
really
you know
does.
what it is? They're not making characters.
Yes, well, exactly.
They're just I don't even know the word for it. But that's what it is. They're not characters. They're
Right.
just their view. It's not even like melded in and hidden away and
It's
like,
not nuanced. It's not good
yeah, it's
storytelling
just,
like they've always done.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Because I've always said,
that's what I'm
give me a
talking
good
about.
story and I will read it and I will digest it. I might not always like it, but if it's, I'll still try. But these aren't good stories. That's the difference. So that's why I'm mad because I'm like, stop it.
Well, yeah,
At least
you've
give
got
me a good story. Like, if you give me a good journey, I'm down.
well, that's what I'm
But they're
saying, is
not.
you've got character traits, not
Yeah.
characters. When you release a superhero and you're like, "Hey guys, this one's cool because they're gay." It's like, well, what if they existed as cool characters and also they were gay?
Yes.
I don't, like I said before, I will literally never give a single shit about anybody's gender or their identity, whatever. That's
Not at
irrelevant to
all.
me because that's not my business. But when your job is to write characters and all you can do is, okay, here's my single character trait. This is the one thing that this character is for. When you can't sit and have your character speak to another person without like having anything other than this singular trait, what are you doing and why are you writing characters for a massive cinematic, not just cinematic, but just a massive universe like this, you know? It just seems a little backwards to me.
Yeah. But anyways,
Well, oh, that was Black Adam. We didn't really
yeah,
talk
I'm
about
I'm
that.
excited for some of the new stuff. So I'll be doing probably a full review, so you'll have to listen to me rave and rant about Phantom.
I'm excited to
You should watch
see
it.
how bad The Flash is and then talk about that.
Yeah, that'll be
You said
interesting.
Phantom?
Yeah, Young Justice Phantom is the new thing,
Is it a
right? Is
run,
it?
like a comic run, or is it a cartoon, the
No, it's a
show?
cartoon.
Okay. I didn't know
Can
if you
you
were talking about
like,
the
can I
show.
make you watch that? I mean, there's kind of a lot, but there's not a lot.
I don't know how. I don't know how to watch things anymore.
On HBO Max.
I don't have HBO Max. This shit's expensive.
I would give it to you, but HBO Max is really fucking hard, and I don't like setting it up, and they make it
Yeah,
hard
it's like
because they don't want you to
fucking.
share it, and
Would you
it's
say it was
stupid.
$15 a month?
Yeah,
Phew. On top of the 15 other streaming services I have, that'll bring it up to like $2,000.
I know, isn't that crazy?
No, it's on the plus side. On the plus side, I'm actually lying to you. I don't pay for any of my streaming services. Fuck you, Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, fucking Amazon Prime. I can keep going. But my parents and my sister, they're like, "Hey, we bought all these. Do you want the passwords?" I'm like, "Shit."
Well, then buy HBO
No,
Max.
it's the principle of it.
God damn it. But then you're not gonna get when I'm talking about how great this like series is,
Oh no, I totally
and
believe you.
you need to see Dick Grayson in all his glory because this is still like my favorite iteration of Dick Grayson.
It's that
I'm
good.
salty. It is that good. I really like it, and I'm proud. I mean, I really like it. Like I said, season three is it's a little rough. I don't like some of it. I don't like the main villain. That's probably why the main villain's lame, but everything else is great.
Who's the villain?
They're aliens, and they're called the Reach.
That does sound lame.
Yeah, they're not good.
Oh well. Maybe.
And it just has all the like DC properties. So like, and then there it's releasing Dune, so we can actually just stream Doom and
Oh,
not have to go to the
yeah.
movies for that.
That's on
It's on HBO Max.
HBO Max. Oh god damn it. I really, really want to see Dune.
So you kind of have to because we could watch that this
No,
week
I
and put out
don't.
another.
I don't kind of have to.
You
Dune.
do because we can't fit in two movies at the movie theater because you got you got to make plans, but you can stream it easier at home.
Whatever. We'll talk about this after we're done recording. Anyway, thank you for listening in. If you have, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to hear more bullying.
I'm sorry.
I'm being bullied. Watch all my favorite shows and don't have a life outside of what you're doing right now. That would be stupid.
Okay, I'm done now.